welcome to another one of my live stream lectures. And before I get into this very important lecture, I just want to take a moment to thank all of my supporters and everyone for supporting my channel. And I'm so excited in regards to the direction God is going to take my channel for the entire year of 2025 and ongoing. And also, don't forget to mark your calendar for March 29th at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to do another powerful lecture on how to develop a successful business goal. So that is one lecture you do not want to miss. So with that being said, let's get on down to today's very important lecture, which is treat your job. I don't care if it's a full-time job or a part-time job, but treat your job like a business partnership. That is so important. Although I retired September 2023 after working 23 plus years as a licensed clinical addiction specialist. I retired from state government. I'm also a military veteran, but I've always known to treat my job like a business partnership. It ain't personal. By evidence as a business partnership, that company or that job, they're hiring you to perform the essential functions of your job. For real, for real. No matter what shift you work, they're hiring you to perform the essential functions of your job. If you want to keep that job, it's critical that you abide by the HR policies and procedures that governs your behavior on that job. Violate those policies, HR policies and procedures. You can get written up, you can get a warning up to termination. This is real talk, people. And that's what they're hiring you to do versus going on these jobs and thinking, a lot of people going on these jobs and thinking, oh, this job is my family, telling all of your personal business, what's going on in your household, what's going on with your finances, what's going on with your health. Let me break this thing down to you. Your job is not your family. They're hiring you to perform the essential job functions, and when you go off and go home, your family is your family. Rather, it's your significant other or your children or your pet, your dog, your cat, your fish, your bird. No, when you get off work and go home, that is your family, people. That's when you can be who you are. I will hope you ain't taking your work home with you. There's no need to perform the essential functions of your job and you are home with your family. This is real talk. For real, for real. And that's so important. And you got to really wrap your mind around that and separate that, because job ain't your family. No, what that job is concerned with is that, are you performing the essential job functions? Are you abiding by company policies and procedures? Are you coming to work on time? Are you doing what they're hiring you to do? In reality, people, that's it. And take you behind home. But what happens is many people get this enmeshed. They got it all enmeshed. They're telling all their business on the job. They getting off work, going home, still worrying about the job or taking work home. Now they're taking away time from their family, significant other, kids, or when you need to be relaxing, enjoying your family versus bringing that job home, or either bringing the job home mentally, people. And it takes skills to do that. You got to be able to do that skillfully, but it can be done. And remind yourself of where that balance comes in. And that balance means something as simple as making sure you take your breaks, making sure you taking your lunch breaks, making sure you getting off and going home, making sure you're taking your vacation, because that job ain't going nowhere. This is real talk. And take your behind home and be there for your family and significant other. Because I'm telling you, because you gotta treat these jobs like a business partnership, because it is, by evidence, you get that W-2 at the end of the year. By evidence, you got to follow those policies and procedures, HR policies and procedures. By evidence, you got to perform the essential functions of your job. If not, you'll get fired. So that's enough evidence to me that it's a business partnership, and go home and have that balance and be there for your significant others or your kids or your pet or yourself. This is real talk. Take your breaks. Take your 15-minute breaks. Take your lunch breaks. Take your vacation. This is real talk. And I've always known this, even when I was in the military. Even when I was in the military, I didn't wear that uniform 24/7. No, that was a time when I served my country, or I got to perform the essential functions and duties of my job as a Marine, and I took my behind home, and that uniform came off. And now my time is my time. No different from any other job. This is real talk. Because a lot of people, are creating a lot of undue stress when they are so consumed about their job, telling all their business on this job, thinking, having that mindset, oh, did we family own this job? No, because a lot of times when you're telling too much of your personal business, that can backfire on you. Then your supervisor may come to you and say, you got all these personal things going on that is now having an impact on you performing the essential functions of your job. You're not meeting those deadlines. You're not performing those job functions. Now we got to write you up. This is real talk, people. So you gotta understand that if you have the mindset that you treat it like a business partnership, a business relationship, perform the essential functions of your job, adhere to HR policies and procedures, take your breaks, take your lunch breaks, take your vacation, and go home when it's time to go home, people, and keep that balance. And I'm telling you, that will have a significant impact on you maintaining your balance, having that self-care, going home and enjoying your family in your downtime. And also another important thing too is, even if you got a full-time job, I tell folks, always develop and cultivate and nurture your own talents outside of that job. Develop and nurture and cultivate your own talents and skills outside of that job. You may want to start a little small business. You may want to write a book, or you may want to do something where you can earn revenue under your own talents outside of that job. And there's nothing wrong with that. I tell people, always develop your own talents, skills, and etc. outside of that job. You may want to start a lawn service. You may want to become a content creator. You may want to write a book. You may want to do whatever, but it's your talents and skills that you're cultivating and developing and nurturing outside of that job as a way to use your talents to generate another stream of income. Because on that job, consider that as a business relationship. So you getting that paycheck, that's a stream of income. Develop another stream of income under your knowledge, talents, and skills, that's a stream of income. And I tell folks that when you have that mindset, when you have that business model mindset, then that has a very positive impact on being able to navigate through this job, on these jobs. Because ain't no job is perfect. But when you develop the skills to know how to navigate and survive on these jobs, people, that's power. And how you do that is keeping that balance. How you do that is keeping folks out of your business. How you do that is go on these jobs and perform the essential functions of the job, keep folks out of your business, and take you behind home. But a lot of people do what they're doing is running their mouth on these jobs, telling all of their personal business, telling them what's going on in their personal life, their relationship life, home life, finances, how they got into an argument with a significant other at home, or argument with one of their children at home. So they bring all their own business on these jobs. And I'm telling you, you think these people are listening to you out of concern? No, they're listening to you to gather all of this information on you, and they'll turn it and flip it. And now you're getting pulled into your supervisor office with them telling you there's a problem with job performance. And I'm here to tell you. So I say this to say, treat these jobs like a business partnership and go home, because your family is your family. These jobs are not your family. And I've always known to do this all throughout my working history of working 40 plus years of my adult life, navigating through these jobs, state government, military, corporate America. I stepped into the game knowing this, people, at an early age. And it has helped me navigate through the system where I have retired and get a couple of retirement checks for the rest of my life. This is real talk, people. And I'm going to tell you, I've met so many people throughout my journey where I will always gravitate towards the quiet people on the job. They are quiet as a mouse. And I listen to those, I observe those type of people. I get to know those type of people. And they may have had the worst day on the job, but you never know it because they know how to move in silence. And they know just how to focus on the job function, keep folks out of their business and go home. They ain't telling none of their business. Those are the type of people throughout my working history where I would gravitate to and get to know and learn those skills, because it is a skill set, people, to know how to navigate and survive on any job. And this is real talk. And those are the type of people throughout my working history I've always would gravitate and learn from. Didn't care what their position was. Didn't care what their position was. Those are the kind of people I gravitated to, versus the type of people on these jobs, you can hear them coming before you see them because they're so loud, stirring up stuff, gossiping. You hear them when they enter the building, and you hear them right before they leave because they're loud, they're gossiping, they're creating chaos. And those are the type of people on any job I stayed away from. So again, you got to treat these jobs like a business partnership. That's a powerful tip in learning how to navigate on any job until you develop your exit plan to go to your next career, if that's what you want to do, and etc. So share this information. Somebody might need it to hear this information. And that's all I have. Simple fidelity. So I'm going to leave you in the care of your own conscience. Have a great day.